Well, Gwendolyn, the motorhome's gone in for MOT and some repairs, and so it will be a little while before I'm out and about in her again. But here are some memories of the boat that I loved. I'm out and about in NORSELA. That's the last bit of canal in Holland, as far as I'm concerned. And it's a long, straight, about 15 miles to Delfzijl. Well, here we are now approaching the harbour entrance to Delfzijl. And when we get outside, we'll be in the River Ems. We cross over and we're into German waters. So that is the end of Holland. Well, this is the start of our German leg of our trip to the Baltic. We're heading downstream along the Ems towards a little island called Bochum, and we're following the channel. The wind's in our favour, the sun's shining, about 22 degrees outside. Well, we've turned now straight into the wind, unfortunately, so we've had to drop the sail, which has lost us a little bit of speed. We've got the wind over the tide, which is chopping up the water a bit, and we're getting one or two good splashes. The drops of water on the windscreen are not rain, it's spray. We're getting bounced about a little bit here, but I'll try and show you where we're going. We're coming up here, up the channel here, and then we're going to turn in there into that marina there. And that's the island of Bochum. And all this is here is areas that dry out at low tide. Oh, this is the beach at Norderney. No, it isn't. The beach at Bochum. Well, Bochum's one of the Frisian islands, and this is looking out towards the German Bight, and there's plenty of sandbanks out there which we've got to be very careful of tomorrow on our way to Norderney. Well, this is our berth in Norderney, and you can see the tide is out, and we are berthed alongside the wharf because we couldn't get anywhere on the pontoon, which is a shame. It means the lines are tight with low tide and very slack at high tide. This is quite a nice marina. There's the main building over there. One of the problems is that at low tide it gets very shallow in there. Well, it's Wednesday the 12th of July and we're just leaving Norderney. There she is, and up there's a little restaurant that we had coffee in yesterday, and we looked across at the sandbanks, and there they are now. They're awash, the waves breaking on them, very dangerous. But we're safe in the channel, as is that fishing boat over there. There they are, the sandbanks of the German Bight. Well, we're not far from our turning now, where we're going to turn up towards Helgoland, and we're running parallel with the shipping lane. There's quite a few ships around here. There's some more over there coming out of the Jade and the Wasser. They'll be crossing our bow shortly. Well, we're finally arriving in Helgoland, There's the harbour entrance, and we'll soon be safely moored up somewhere. There's a little cruise boat leaving the straits between Helgoland and Doon. You may wonder why I went out to Helgoland rather than go straight to Brunsbüttel. Well, the reason is that a number of times in the past I've battled with the tide going up the river Elbe, because when you leave Norderney you're going to catch the tide one way or the other between Norderney and going up the Elbe. And then somebody said, what you should do is you catch the tide out to Helgoland, and then you leave Helgoland 2 hours before low tide, and then you'll have the tide with you all the way up the Elbe. And that's what I did, and it was amazing. I went up past Cuxhaven doing over 10 knots. Well, that's Cuxhaven behind us, and we're in the River Elbe now. As you can see, it's a big river. The other side is right over there, and we're going up the river this way to Brunsbüttel and the Kiel Canal. It's the River Elbe that we're in now that runs up to Hamburg, and it gets quite busy with shipping. There's that one going on its way out, and there's another one coming up behind us on its way in. Look at these confused, choppy waters due to the tidal flow. There's a little eddy here. And there's a big one that was overtaking us. Well, we've just come through the locks at Brunsbüttel into the Kiel Canal. There's a couple of big ships going through there. And now we're in this little tiny marina, which is actually like a holding bay for small boats like us, because you're not allowed to go through at night. And look at this, what a ship should really look like. And it's the Saga Ruby, unfortunately now scrapped. Beautiful, beautiful ship. Ship lovers, feast your eyes on that. Right, we're in the canal now proper. This is the first bridge we're going to go under, doesn't have to open. And it is a busy waterway. Make sure you stay out of the way of the big ship. Kiel Canal, or in German the NORSELA Canal, formerly known as the Kaiser Wilhelm Canal, is 98 kilometres long, that's 61 miles, of freshwater canal. The canal was finished in 1895 but later widened and links the North Sea at Brunsbüttel to the Baltic Sea at Kiel. An average of 250 nautical miles is saved by using the Kiel Canal instead of going round the Jutland Peninsula. This not only saves time but also avoids storm-prone seas and having to pass through the Danish Straits. The Kiel Canal is the world's most frequented artificial waterway, of an average of 90 ships a day, transporting approximately 100 million tonnes of goods a year. Well, that's the transporter bridge at Rendsburg, and hopefully the cradle will go across in it. I'll show it to you. There it is, it's on the move. And it really is quite ornate. Unlike the one at Bilbao in Spain, this is an everyday proper use we have here at Newport. Well, we're safety berthed in Rendsburg now, and there's the town over there. This little marina. There it is. And look what's beside us, or almost beside us. A little Colvic Watson. It's Sunday the 16th of July, and we're now out into the Baltic. This is the chart that we're using today, and we started off here in Kiel and came up here, up round here, along here, into here, under the bridge here, and we're going in there and in there, and that's about 40 miles altogether, plus the stuff we did in the canal before we came out. So about 60 miles altogether, or if you like, about 3 times across the channel. Well, we're just coming up to the bridge that links Fehmarn Island to mainland Germany, and oh, you can see over there, that's mainland Germany. There's a lot of traffic on the road, and although the island is very small, and there it is over there, the other side of it is just 10 miles from Germany, and there's a ferry. So the bridge is very busy. We go underneath it, and then a couple of miles the other side is the place we're going to stop at tonight. Well, we left Fehmarn Island about an hour ago, and we're now well on our way. Under full sail, perfect, beautiful day, lovely wind, just the right angle, and we got all sails up, and it's gorgeous. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And the wind's been really kind to us, taking along about 7 knots. And that's a shot of the bow and NORSELA ploughing through Danish waters. I hope you enjoyed that as much as I enjoyed being on that boat and sailing where I did. So thanks for watching, and I'll try and dig out some more footage of my little travels there. Bye for now.